As I remember, last session we discussed crime and and of course we talked about some petty crimes, right? Just can you hear me? Your picture's freezing. Okay, so you can hear me. Very good. Okay, we have the sentence community service. I want to talk about this one. So, as you know, of course, it's a kind of punishment. And I feel like that is not bad to have this, as punishment because it has some positive sides. Okay, so tell me, what do you think about this punishment or this type of sentence? So I think because this unpaid work done to help the community, yeah, of course, it's given as a punishment, but I think it's really helpful. What do you think about it?
I totally agree with you because there is a two reason. The first, when the prisoner uh, have to work, it's better for them and better for. And the second reason, it's better for a society. Maybe the prisoner solve some problem for the environment or something like that. I think it's a very better.
Definitely agree with
Even
you.
though
Yeah.
I think we publish them to work for the farm in the farmer or in the farm or in the uh some to to work in the some industrial area. I think it's very good.
Definitely agree with you. So I think it's really useful. But do you have the same thing in your country?
My country, I think there's um they classify, for example, some people who is a very serious, who had who make a very terrible crime or something like that. When they sentence with a heavy heavy sentence, maybe they they must in a cell or prison for a long time. But some people who get I think it's a lot seriously. Maybe they only um to fight to be fight for do to service the community. I think it's a very better, but it's a lot common in my country.
Yeah.
But I think that is a good idea.
Yeah, of course. So as you said, so it depends on the crime. So if it's serious crime, we have different types. So we have serious crimes, for example, murder. Yeah, so and
Serious.
other crimes, for example,
Yeah.
yeah, we have just hacking and cyber crime. So, and we have some normal, just small, as I told you, petty crimes. Not really important. Petty crimes. So for petty crimes, as you said, it's good
Crime.
to, yeah, to consider this type of punishment. Yes, as you said, having actually prisoners work. So you should say this, having prisoners work. Okay, having them
Prisoner.
work, yeah, of course,
Work.
having prisoners work is beneficial for them and for society. Is beneficial for them and for society, of course.
Is
Yeah, of
beneficial
course, it
for
also
them
benefits
and
society.
society.
So they might help, for example, environmental project, as you said, yes, of course, or other useful tasks. Yeah, I think it's better approach, but and we have it. Fortunately, we have it. But as you said, some prisoners may need to stay in a cell for a long time, especially if
Yeah.
they've committed a serious crime.
Committed
Commit a
at,
crime is to
at
do.
a serious
Yeah, of course.
crime.
So they need to stay in a cell for a long time. And I do agree. Yeah, yes. But for
Stay
others,
in the
coming,
cell
yeah,
for
of
a long
course,
time.
stay in a cell. But for others, community service could be better option. And of course, it's actually quite common in countries. And I think I believe it's good idea. Well, okay. So we,
Yeah,
yeah.
in my country nowadays, for example, in some people get a crime in a economic field. Maybe they pay back the government enough money. They will release them.
So it's another. So we have another type of crime that is, yes, it's financial economy, and actually it's
Yeah,
really serious
financial.
crime, and unfortunately we have it. Nowadays we get lots of news about, for example, I don't know, so bribery, so they can easily, and it's they abuse their power, so especially politicians, they abuse their power and money, yeah, of course, to just, to do something. Like, for example, but if they, you know, if they return of money, they could be released. It's somehow like illegal. So it doesn't work. I want to say that it's okay and they can be released. Yeah. They can be so because this is actually economic or financial crime, a serious crime. So I'm asking you
Yeah,
if, for example, what is the sentence for this type of crime in your country?
yeah. For example, some businessmen get a crime in economic or financial. Nowadays, the government accepts if they pay enough um, their harmless for the society. Maybe their sentence will be reduced. But I think when the governor get a crime, we should sentence them for a long time
Oh,
because they have the power. They know the law. They have the power. So some Vietnamese the governor now sentence many of them get a sentence
yeah.
because they get corruption or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, corruption. So let's actually, it's not bad to talk about financial crimes. So it's not bad. The first one, I think the
Yeah,
most common that is nowadays is really, of course, we have fraud. So this is the first one, fraud. You know this, so I'm not going to talk about this. So I don't know, like credit card fraud. So you know this, or insurance fraud, so whatever. But the important one of the most important, is money laundering. So this is really common, especially, yeah, in developed countries. So it's really just they, that illegally, obtain money to actually make it appear, I don't know, just legal. Actually, this is illegal money, but they
yeah,
can, yeah, of course, they do something to appear this money is legal. So this is the first one. And the next one, we see stealing money from companies, organizations. So, for example, someone works in a company. They easily steal money from the company and then they run away. And what is this? This is called embezzlement. So, let me write embezzlement. What is the meaning of this?
investment,
Yeah, of course, that is
investment,
stealing
investment,
money, embezzlement, of course,
money
money from an
from
employer,
company
of course, or
for
a company,
unemployment.
or organization, so etc. So this is the second one. And actually, we have corruption, as you said. That is really important. Corruption and, of course, bribery. So we have these two. I think
Corruption
not, yeah,
and
what is,
bribery.
yeah, of course, bribery. You offer money. For example, someone offers money, or I don't know, just, or something valuable. So not only money. Why? Because they want to influence decisions. So, for example, they have a project, they want
Yeah,
to influence. Yeah, of course, they can easily do this. So, we have, okay, which one is the most common one in your country?
yeah, of course, because my country is a developed country, so I think the law and the legal is a lot good enough to compare with the US or America, because our country is the system, the law system in our country is a very good, but in my country now maybe it's a not enough and not good. So there's the corruption and bribery is a very popular. But I think day by day, year by year, the government tries to build the law and to fix this problem.
Of course. So, like in developing countries, because we have developing and developed countries. So, I think your country is developing and developing. So, of course, it happens. Just, I think it's really common not only in developing countries, but also in developed countries. So, especially corruption. We see a lot. Of course, governments, we can say that they put strict laws and rules in order to avoid these crimes, but again happens, so there is no control. They always find a way. So you said you think your, let me type it here, actually you talked about your legal system and negotiation process aren't as strong, so you can say since my country is developing country,
In
so
developing
our
country
legal maybe system and of course negotiation processes
and negotiation process
aren't as strong as
aren't as
developed.
strong as a developed
Yeah, of
country.
course. Yeah, they are not as strong as developed countries. For example, as you said, the US, of course. Uh, Although you have a legal system in place, but it's not always effective. You want to say that it's not always effective. So corruption and bribery still quite common. Common is better than popular. So, because when you say popular, is something that people like to do. So it's common. So
Common, common.
little by little, I believe that
So
little
by
by
little,
little, of course, the government is trying to improve the system and, of course, try
the
to
government try to improve
strengthen what? We have the
to
rule of
strengthen
law.
to
The
strengthening.
rule
Yeah,
of
so strengthening
law. So the government is trying to
the
strengthen, to
rule,
make it
the
stronger.
rule of law. Yeah,
Of course, the rule of law. This
I
way,
agree with you. Yeah,
yeah, of course, this way you can make your answer better, maybe improve it. Well, and unfortunately, government, this is really common. So we can say this one, especially bribery and corruption, is really common a crime among government officials.
yeah,
So they easily commit such crimes because they have power. And I
yeah.
think they should receive longer sentences. So we normally receive, we use receive sentence. For example, receive 10-year, I don't know, just prison, or receive, for example, uh, in some countries we have, like, for example, my country, we have community service sentence. So different.
Whole night,
Yeah, of course. Or
my
what?
country. Uh,
What?
we have a death sentence,
Oh,
death sentence,
what for? Why?
and whole night sentence. So people has a serious crime. They get for example murder or something like that. Serious murder. They get a death sentence.
They receive that sentence.
But I hear that my country nowadays the government and they are thinking about to animate the death sentence because it's very cruel
I do agree with you. So I think we have
and
that. And
because my country nowadays it runs many interclassal organization and also we work for many we we run a business with many country the
oh,
whole every country in the world so our government must adjust the law to to um, to suitable with a developed country.
yeah,
For example, I hear that when we run a business with a Western company,
yeah,
they 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 must the in the contract there is some 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 article like the
yeah,
law corruption,
yeah,
law murder or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
of
So day
course.
by day, I think the government, the Vietnamese government and all the company, Vietnamese company who run a business with a
Yeah,
foreign country, they must know the international law.
yeah, of course. Actually, about the first one, that is death sentence. So I think, yeah, I feel like that, yeah, maybe, or death penalty. So we have something like this. But I think it's of course it's legal, but I don't know. I can't find it really. Even if the crime is very serious, like, I don't know, murder or whatever. So I don't know, I don't find it really moral, or I feel like that they need to replace it. Okay, so we can say life sentence. It's okay, I do agree with it, and we have it.
Life sentence.
So of course, they need to stay in prison
Life
for actually
sentence.
the whole life. Of course, we have two types of it in my country, that, after a number of years, they can ask for actually reviewing the case, and again, maybe they might be actually released. So after a number of years. But I do agree, but I think, this is like this type, like death sentence, should be banned. So I think it's not really moral and acceptable. So, but of course, we have nothing to say. We are not politicians. We are not judges. But it's like, I don't know. It's scary. It's really scary. So no. So we have better ways. Okay, life sentence is better idea, I think. Okay. And let's keep going with the next part. So let me share, okay, the book again. Okay. We have an idiom that is behind bars. So, of course, it's very common because it's idiomatic expression, the meaning of it in prison. So we use it. It's common. For example, and we have another synonyms like in jail or locked up. For example, locked up is another one that we can, for example, we can say he spent 5 years behind bars for fraud. So you'd better ask Kevin to give you a lift. You can be put behind bars for drink driving. Of course, it happens. So it's better, yeah. So it's like it's an idiom. and you can use it. It's a good one. And just the meaning of it in prison. And of course, since this is an idiomatic expression, you can use it. And look at this. We have a structure that is to be caught. To be caught means to be arrested. Arrested. Doing
be caught,
something.
to be
For
caught,
example,
arrested,
a
to be caught.
boy, a boy was caught, as you can see, stealing. What? Because this is passive. Was caught stealing books. It means he was stealing, then the police arrested him. So this is the way that you can use. Normally, was caught or was arrested, both of them, followed by ing from over. And it's really good structure you can use when, for example, my cousin was caught pickpocketing 3 times this month at a bus station. So was caught, that is to be caught. Okay, and of course, if you want to add police, you can say by. Do you want to use it to make a sentence? Do you want to use it? If you want, you can make a sentence using to
A
be caught.
man was caught. A man was caught by beating some woman. A man was caught by beating.
Beating or
A
cheating?
man was caught
Okay.
beating
Beating?
beating
Beating?
woman.
Okay. Okay. By beating.
Beating some
Okay.
girl.
So you should say a man was caught beating by now a woman or some women, okay? So they caught a man beating a woman. So you can say this way, or a man was caught beating, but by now. By is extra here, okay? So this way, because by, we don't need it here, it's extra. So we need to omit it. So yes, was caught beating, it's okay. You can use it. And some women, or a woman
Yeah,
is better because some women at the same time. So it was like a woman is better. A man was caught beating a woman. So this one is better. Yeah, it was correct.
yeah.
And
A man was caught
not
beating
beating, of
a
course,
woman.
beating a woman. This one is better. Was caught, was arrested. Very
A
good.
man, a man is caught stealing a book from a bookstore. The
Yeah.
Zack asked why did he eat it, and the thief said he loved the book. What is the mean publishment? Oh, because I
Okay.
some
So what do you think? What is the
because it
best
hearing
punishment? So let me read it for you. A man is caught stealing books from a bookshop. The judge asks why he did it, and the thief says he loves books. What is the
love the
man's
book.
punishment? A
What is the
prison
man
sentence? A
publishment?
big, for example, fine? The man is sent to read stories and books to hospital patients. And of course, he enjoys the job and continues to do it after many years. I think it's perfect. Welcome to the new world of alternatives. So we have better. Why this man stole books because he loves books. So why not he can read books for people? So I think it's, what do you think about alternative sentencing or alternative sentences? So like, for example, okay, read books for people, clean this, for example, hospital. So different sentences. What do you think about it? Do you think it's good one? Is better than some
I think
serious?
the best way is to ask the man to is sent to read the story and the book to the hospital patient. I think it's a very fair,
I,
very good solution.
of course,
Yeah,
I do agree with you.
because he loved the book. Yeah, he only loved the book. Maybe he doesn't have enough money to buy a book.
Yes, definitely. So it's
But
really, mhm.
in general, everybody love a book. I think they have a good men. good mindset, good height.
Yeah, of course. But I think,
I
nowadays,
think
yeah,
yeah,
you think, sorry, I interrupted you. You said? You
I
said.
think the man who love book, who love reading, I think they are the good man.
Of course.
Only so when they find a difficult situation, they don't have enough money,
Yes.
so they try to tip the book from
Yeah, of
the
course.
bookshop. I think
Yeah, of
it's a
course.
lot of
To
serious
steal, of course. Yeah.
yeah.
So, yes, I do agree with you. So, since someone is into reading books, this guy can't be can have a negative character. So, however, crime is crime. But, we can say maybe some crimes, like, stealing books, of course, they are kind of crime, but petty crime. So, we can consider maybe better sentences, so alternative sentence, like this one, reading books. You can enjoy what you really love and you're really into. And I definitely agree with you. So for some crimes, it's better not to send someone to prison because they will learn what they have no idea about. So they will be maybe more dangerous than the time they enter. So I think it's better not to do it, especially for youngsters. Well, okay, let's skip this part. Actually, I have a small part about this topic. The next time, just I want to talk about that because it's really good. And we skip this part for now, and we will keep going the next session, okay?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, thank you so much. Do you have any questions?
Uh, Goodbye, teacher. No, I
Goodbye.
have
Have
no
a good
question.
time.
Have a good weekend, teacher.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye. See you.
Uh,